Hi everybody, welcome back to Sherry Tries That, or welcome if you're new. If you are new, I'm so glad you found me. I'm happy to have you here, and I hope you enjoy this video and decide that you would like to subscribe and watch all my videos. Today the plan is to do a Christmas decoration for my gate outside and another little Christmas decoration to put up near it. Hopefully you'll see what I mean. Everything I'm using today I got at Dollarama, which is the Canadian dollar store. So come along with me and let's see how they turn out. Okay, I'm using a fake green tree from Dollarama. It comes with this piece on the end, and these are the stand pieces that you can put in it if you want it to stand up. Okay, these are little stand pieces that you can slide into that if you want this to stand, which is great. That's not how I'm using it today. So we are just going to twist this end piece off. This is going to be the top of my decoration. Now I'm going to fan this out, but only half of it, because I want it to stay flat on the back. So this is going to hang against my gate outside. So we will just fan all this out and get it looking fuller. Actually, I like this side better. Not sure why, I just do. And as I'm unfolding this, I'm realizing it's not quite as big as I thought it was. You can get these in different sizes. Originally, I had this in mind for something else, which is probably why I got the smaller one. But now I've changed my mind, and not quite as big as I thought. I think that's going to look really wimpy. That might look really wimpy on my gate. Before I do anything more to it, I'm going to take it out and hold it up just to see the scale, to see if that's just going to look too small. I'll be right back. I want to keep track of how much this is going to cost. So the tree was $2.75. That's Canadian. Then I got a package of 2 red bows for $2.50, but we're only using one for this one. And I'm going to put the bow on first. Often in crafts you put the bow on last, but I want to put the bow on first so that I can see where it's going to fall, and then do my embellishments around it so that they're not wasted by being hidden by the bow. Here's how it looks with the bow on. The bow is, if I had realized that this was the smaller than what I was thinking, I may have gotten a smaller bow. I'm not sure actually if they had smaller bows, but we're going to work with it. We're going to work with it. So the bow is going to be more of a focus than I had originally planned, maybe, but I'm still going to do a few things in here to embellish it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use these berry picks that I got. So there's 6 picks and it was $1.75. I will not be using all of them. I stood in the store thinking, should I buy a second pack You know, I hate buying stuff that I don't need or use then because it's a waste and I can never find them when I want them, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, no, get two. You'll be sorry if you don't. You know, better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. So I bought a second pack and I'm not going to need it. Now, this is not quite, Okay, so I'm going to end up hot gluing these in rather than using them as picks. And they're little... There. So I'm going to flip this over and hot glue it. It's got a long pick, which I don't really want to be seen. Actually, I feel like I should cut these off and I don't know. Oh. All right, let's try this again. I also got pine cones, but I think these are going to be too big. There might be a couple of small ones. This was $3.50, but it's got a lot that I'm not going to use for this. I have silver spray paint and I have it out for the other thing I'm doing. So I'm going to give this the slightest of sprays. Okay, so I sprayed that with a little bit of silver spray paint, and I've put some hot glue on the back. So now I'm gonna tuck that one in there. I have silver spray paint on me. That's okay. These glue trails. I think she might be done. Okay, we'll take it outside, find a way to put it on the fence. I hadn't thought about that. And we'll see how it looks. It does look a little small on my Yate, but when I add the other thing that I'm planning on adding, I think it will sort of make it okay. But here's what it looks like. I'm spray painting a broomstick from the dollar store, silver. I took the cap off the end. I don't need to do it all. I don't need to spray paint it all the way to the end because it's going to be in the ground. Hopefully it goes in the ground, but we're going to make that silver. Okay, so I bought a broom handle at the dollar store and took the top off of it. The wooden ones didn't have a top that could come off, so I had to get one with a design on it. I think you can see the design, which I didn't want. So I spray painted it with silver spray paint. For some reason, I thought that the cold would help it dry faster. I think that's the opposite of what happens. Doing it in the summer heat will help it dry faster, not the frigid, cold winter temperatures. So I did this almost 24 hours ago, and I'm still getting paint on me when I touch it. So I'm just going to be very careful. I will spray paint the other side another time. I don't have time for that right now. So I've taken a solar path light, which we will be putting in the end, and that's why you need a broomstick that has a top that can be removed. I'm going to come back to that. This is on a funny angle, just so that it will stay up while I use it and hopefully not get silver paint on my chair, which is holding up the other end. The first thing I'm going to do is take some pine that I cut off of my planter boxes, which will appear in another video. This is real pine, and I am going to use either twist ties or twine to attach it to the pole, and maybe hot glue it on there as well. Maybe I could just hot glue it. Maybe I can just hot glue it. This is cold. Let's see how that works. Whoops, whoops, whoops. I don't want that side to show. I'm going to do like maybe there. Okay, this bow will completely cover up everything I just did. Can't believe how wet this paint still is. All right, so I'm gonna have to tuck that behind everything. Now we'll put the light in. Let's take it outside and see if we can get it in the ground. So what did you think of that? Let me know what kind of Christmas decorations you put up outside. Do you have a fence or a gate that you decorate? Your front door, porch? Let me know. I'd love to hear what you do. Just leave it in the comments below. And speaking of comments, thank you for all your comments. I love them so much. I really enjoy them and I appreciate them. Thank you for taking some time out to join me today on Sherry Tries That. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Ow, jeez. Ah, boy, that's hot.